Apparently this should be working. Okay. Hi guys. Decided to have a little just last minute on air thingy because Blake managed to fall asleep, which is nice. I've had Blake all day. Basti went to go to some tennis tournaments a couple hours from here. I think in Indian Wells tennis tournament. And the only day he could go was today, and I had meetings, so I couldn't really go, and So, yeah, long story short, Basti's been gone all day. He left like at 8 this morning, and I've been with Blake all day, which is both nice but extremely exhausting, since it's already 8 o'clock, and I've just been, parenting all day. Get quite tiring. I got my mum shirt on. I like it. But, yeah, I just had a little bit of free time, so I thought, what better time than now to come on and do a little bit of live streaming. The only issue with live streaming is that, it takes quite a while for, an audience to start building up. So, for a good chunk of it, I get to just talk to myself like a dummy. No, it's not that big a deal. Like, when I shoot YouTube videos, it's usually by myself. It's literally me monologuing, except without a script. If only. If only I had such a sharp wit as to not need one. Or memorize one very quickly. I have not too good a memory for scripts, actually. Funny enough, even though I write scripts, and even my own scripts, actually, I don't always remember my lines. I don't know. I just have an issue with line learning, which is quite annoying, actually. I don't know when my brain will freeze up. But, mum shirt, yes. I like my mum shirt. It's my favorite of all the children's crap that I have to watch that Blake watches. Blake watches a lot of stuff. Obviously she's the preschool age, so she has a lot of preschool age appropriate stuff. And I've said there's 2 shows that I can tolerate the most. And one of them is Peppa Pig, which is surprisingly funny. It has some really good, parent jokes. But Bluey, which is an Aussie show, and it's on Disney Plus, is actually hilarious. And when I read an interview with the showrunner, he is not a children's entertainer. He's never written for children's TV, so it's quite interesting. I kind of love it. I love that. It's he said he just based it off his life. He has 2 daughters, and that's how he went, and I find that really cool. I don't know if you guys know Newgrounds. Back in the olden days of before in the long, long time ago, before social media was ever a thing, there was Newgrounds. Newgrounds still exists, but it just, back in the day, it was revolutionary. Okay, I loved Newgrounds. Loved it. Watched it religiously for years. Anyway, this guy, one of the animators on Bluey, used to be this guy on Newgrounds. I think he was called Greasy Moose or something like that. Anyway, you could look up his animations, and they are so raunchy. Just incredibly raunchy stuff, but very entertaining. So, there you go. I recommend this show, even though it's that guy happens to be, I guess, he's not the showrunner, so I don't know how much he's involved with it. Maybe he does storyboarding, I'm not sure. But, it's really funny that this incredibly raunchy artist or animator is working on a preschool show. But, I get it. I have written stuff for, children's plays. I've written children's plays before that have been put on. And I write really adult-themed stuff, so I completely understand how that comes to be. We're all multifaceted beings, aren't we? Oh, my God, I've had such an exhausting day. It's just nice to sit back and drink a Red Bull. Not sponsored. I would never get such a sponsorship. Not my tiny bottom of the barrel ass. On the plus side, I finally stopped losing subscribers after years. So something must be going right, because this is the last 2 months are the first time in over, I want to say 5 years, that I've actually seen growth on my channel. So my subscriber count has started to tick up. And I was like, holy shit. After all this time. Not sure what I'm doing differently. Maybe I'm being slightly more consistent. But yeah, I did notice a slight up. Want to talk about your exhausting day? What's the topic tonight? Oh, my exhausting day. My exhausting day was. It was nice though. Thank you, Nightmare. I don't know what the topic is. The topic is probably whatever I could think of right now. I'll scroll through the news. Um, but yeah, no, I've had a tiring day. Basti hasn't been home, as I mentioned earlier. So it's been a mom centric day, which isn't. I'm not gonna say it's unheard of. Well, obviously, I've done it. It's just like more common that Basti takes Blake out for a few hours, and he does this with another dad. Basti's a really good dad friend. I do not have any mom friends to do this with yet. God, I feel like I've gotten bitten by something. That's why I keep doing this. I'm like, ugh, can't find it. Anyway, but I got Blake down early, which is amazing because the kid woke up early. That's why. But yeah, no, because my day was so like hectic. I have a deadline on Friday, a writing deadline, and I don't want to screw it up, and I just want to make sure that we hit it. And it's kind of making me a little Congrats, hey Jedi, how are you? Hope you are holding up. Yeah, I am holding up. All right, actually, still kicking. But yeah, because I've had Blake all day. Well, Bossy's been, he's gonna go see some matches at this tennis tournament. That's why I've been a little bit like just, tired. I had Blake all day, and I also had meetings while having Blake. And if you try to have a meeting while your kid, who is 3.5, is right next to you, it can get real tiring real quick, man. She is a ball of energy. So before my meeting, I took her to like one of these indoor playgrounds, which by the way are severely overpriced. Holy crap. LA is just a goddamn expensive city. It is a pricey city. I would say it's more pricey than New York. Not in rent. Maybe. I don't know. I find New York gross. Sorry if you're from New York and you love it. I have such issues with New York. But I do find LA quite expensive. So yeah, I went to this place in Glendale, an indoor playground, and I was there with Blake, and I just let her like run wild and free. I was like, "Go, baby, be free," so that she could get some of the energy out before I like just melt. Yeah, so I took her there. She brought her back. Oh yeah, we had to stop at Target because she kept telling me she wanted Oreos, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'll get this kid some Oreos." I was so like not beyond bribing her today. She ate complete crap because of me, because I was like so tired that I was like, "Here, just take the Oreos." Anyway, I went to go get her Oreos. We stopped at Target, except as we were walking to Target, Blake's like, "No, I don't want Oreos. I don't want Oreos. I want a toy." And I was like, "What? That is not the same thing." I was in New York for 2 hours in 1997. It was all right, but I imagine it has changed since then. It's like kind of grimy, is what I found. Don't say that to me. I think you'd fit it quite nicely in NYC. No, I'm too fighty. I will want better Oreos than gold chocolate. Oh, God. Anyway, Blake, yeah, I had to get off, and then she wanted a toy, and God help me, she got one of those. I'm breathing in the darkness. Well, good for you. At least you're breathing. So, that's good. That's a positive. Yeah. So, anyway, because I'm a weak piece of shit, Blake got some toys out of me. And I bought her some, like, Oreo, like, white chocolate Oreo. They're not Oreo. They're, like, those Hershey's cookies and cream bars. But they're bunnies because it's Easter. So, that's what she got out of me. And I came back. She made a hell of a mess. Oh, yeah, that's right. We bought nail polish. Thank God the kids' nail polish is crap because it comes off easily. Because, holy shit, there was nail polish everywhere. And lip gloss. Blake. See, I have a daughter. That's the fun part about having a daughter is that they'll want to wear makeup. And not only will they want to wear makeup, every toy in the house ends up with makeup on them. And I'm like horrified. I'm like, ah! Not only I've had to sacrifice so many lipsticks to Blake's curiosity. Thank God I don't have very expensive taste, because this would suck if that was the case. No, Blake goes on makeup rampages, all right? So today was one of those days. And then I was having a meeting at the same time, and one of my co-writers is sick, so we're all trying to, like, get on a consensus of a beat sheet so then we can start working on the outline, which the outline is due on Saturdays. We better get our asses in gear. Oh, my God, I'm so tired already. So, yes, like I said, I'm tired. I'm very tired. But I didn't make it to the gym today, and that kind of made me feel crappy. I like going to the gym. I'm a gymaholic. I wouldn't say because I think like, oh, I'm not by any means like a fitness queen, but I just really need to go to the gym. I find that it just relieves a lot of stress, and I feel better. Like it just really helps me with my. I have terrible posture. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I do. I have gruesome posture. I walk wrong. I have just like issues. I learned how to walk incorrectly. I don't know why my parents never decided to correct this, but if you ever meet me in real life, I have this horrible habit of walking on my tippy toes. Maybe because I'm just like 5 feet tall, 5'1" or something like that. So for those reasons, I kind of have to like figure it out. And yeah, I am just that thing has caused me to break both of my ankles because I obviously don't have the right muscle strength in there. I just slouch a lot. It's a mess. It's a mess. So yeah, I exercise. I go to the gym to build strength to try and rectify all my problems. Let's see. Is Blake German and English still just as good as when she started, or does she prefer one language over the other? Actually, I would say that English has gotten a slight edge just because most people she meets speak English. And that's one of the things. But Basi speaks strictly German to her. He like makes her answer in German and stuff. He's like pretty strict about it. And so that's kept German quite, it still is very fluent. And Basi takes her every week to like a German family group where they do German songs and tell German stories. So, yeah, Blake is, she speaks German pretty well. As far as I know, I don't speak German. But this is what I was told. Ah, my cleaner is telling me, please don't cancel, please don't cancel. 8 a.m.? Oh, that sounds horrible. Okay, yes, that's fine. It's horrible. 8 a.m. God, they usually come at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Writers have terrible posture. It is inherent to the craft. I know. I make an effort to go outside and take a walk or do some stretching because it is not good. That's interesting to learn with the tiptoe walking. Sorry to hear that. So that feels for us short people. I know. My sister is actually 4'10". Like I'm short at like 5'1", but my sister's 4'10". Poor thing. She looks so tiny. She passes for a child in like a lot of places where it's like, 12 and under are like discounted or free. Like we pass her off as 12. Put a baggy t-shirt on and she's good. Or a big sweater. Oh man. It's funny because now she's moving, so she got hired from a job that she started doing from Miami, and now they relocated her to Washington, D.C., which is where she's going to start. So when she starts, none of these people have actually like physically met her. So they have no idea she's 4'10". So it's going to be hilarious when she gets there. They're going to be freaked out like, whoa, tiny. I have one of those dense foam yoga back rollers. Yes, I do too. I have one of those as well. Yeah, best 20 bucks I ever spent. I have one of those. I have an acupuncture pen, which shoots like electric jolts to like untense your muscles. I have like one of those like shiatsu massagers. I have like a chair massager. And to top that off, I also have, I have those balls that you can roll on as well. And, what's the last? Oh yeah, I have acupuncture needles. Because I'll be that crazy that I do actually, to myself, the reason, I never want to do it on camera though, because I'm totally not trained to, like, I only learn from YouTube videos, so I do not want to, like, encourage people to do that. But, personally speaking, I find much relief. My God, it's like chaos behind me. I should have closed that closet. And this is Blake's, like, she's got this nice, like, loft bed. It's like a bunk bed without the bottom. And, yeah, now I've, and by I mean I ordered Basti and his dad friend, Jose. They came over and they built it, because I could never have built that. I just complained enough until they came and they built it. Oh, man. My throat got really dry for a second, and I'm like, Jesus. But anyway, guys, yeah, thank you guys for joining me. I'm just like, I'm just having a nice, relaxed evening. I probably won't be on too long. I like I said, I was getting kind of tired. But let's see, what can we talk about? Anybody watch any good movies lately? Because I recently watched Turning Red, which is on Disney Plus, or other more nefarious avenues, if you know what I mean. But I watched it and I did enjoy it. And what I also realized is I had to watch it like 4 times, not because I needed to. It's because this was one of the few movies like Blake doesn't usually have. I wouldn't say the attention span. It's more that like she doesn't have the yearning to watch full feature films. Like she's not really into it. She likes like she'll watch like episodes of stuff. It's funny. It's like me. But when I was younger, I did watch movies. But she liked Turning Red. I guess because it has a big red panda in it. So yeah, she's made me rewatch Turning Red like 3 or 4 times. So in the matter that that movie only came out a couple days ago, I've watched it a few times, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Oh my god! I realized I've chipped the sides of my nails, and it's like Wolverine. I don't know if any of you guys have ever had long nails. One of the big downsides is when they chip. It's not so much oh no, my nail's broken. It's that sometimes it chips at a really horrible angle that's gonna shred your face in the middle of the night. Like you're gonna be just like softly wanting to scratch your face and you accidentally just go shwa. It's not fun. Yeah, no, I heard it was good. I enjoyed the movie. I think it was cute. It was a little definitely pushing the edges more than Disney usually does, and I appreciated that. And I think some people are complaining needlessly because people just love to bitch on the internet. I watched Old Henry. It is actually a pretty good western, not crazy John Wayne corny. It does no lie. I have not Yeah, fingernail clippers and the nice thing. You're right. That's what I need. The problem is I can't just clip my nails, so like I have to clip them, but the edges will still be like really like sharp because it'll be like squared, and I'll get these really sharp edges. So I have to get like a nail file. How did they push the edge? Oh, Ragery. What in push in Turning Red? They were like use words like sexy, which is not something that like typically comes off as something that like a Pixar slash Disney movie ever did before. They like acknowledge how cringy it is to be like a teenage girl. They talk about periods. Well, but the one thing like there's one joke that I never ever thought I'd ever see in a Disney movie, which is like one of the girls. She's like a very crude girl, but she's really funny. And they were talking about why they can't go to this concert, and the girl like just screams out, "My dad called it stripper music. What's wrong with that?" And I was like, "Damn, that's not what I expected." But you know what? It was it's a good movie. Like I enjoyed it. I'm trying to catch up on a lot of series. Like I have a freaking pile. Like along with trying to write, I also get like homework. Like you got to watch this series and that movie and da 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 in order to like learn structure, and then you got to break it down. Like I can't just enjoy shit. No, I got to break down structure and character and all these things and how they do it, and then like put it in like my backlog. How many leather panda transitions out of the 5 would you give leather panda transitions? This was, I don't know, it was like 4. It was cute. A cute movie. But yeah, no, I definitely recommend. God, I still can't believe my cleaners are coming at freaking 8 a.m. Why? Don't believe my house at 8 a.m. I'm still there. Excuse me, red panda. I thought leather panda. I was thinking that was like a sex term. I was like, how many leather pandas would you give it? Yeah, that's what I imagined. You meant Rich. Hello. Is that you, Robert? I can tell by your picture. Hope you're doing well. Are you still in Canada? Wait, were you in Canada originally? I thought so. Oh my god. It's the weather right now it's actually perfect, really super nice weather in Los Angeles right now. It's just like super nice. But it's getting like like mad, like cold at night. Well, I've heard this my whole life. Like, if you live in a desert, don't you know that deserts are flipping freezing in the middle of the night? I'm like, yeah, I know that. And balls hot during the day. They're not selling my house, are they? No. Okay, so there's this beautiful house I have fallen in love with. But as you may know, the Los Angeles housing market is absolutely insane. So the house that I really, 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 really want is $1.2 million. And it is by no means a very fanciful house. It's not. It is like a basic ass house. A 4-bedroom house with a garage. It's approximately 25 minutes from where I am right now, more north. But the reason I really want it is it has a beautiful view and 10 acres of land. I own like basically part of a mountain. And like that just sounds cool. I kind of thought like, what kind of weird deserty stuff can we grow out here? Like I wanted to like make it into a farm. Technically, I think it is considered, like I looked it up, and the land is like considered like agricultural land. But the problem is, of course, that I do not have $1.2 million just like sitting in my bank. Nor do I have enough income to possibly get a mortgage out because this isn't 1998. I'll show. Hold on. Let's see. It's still in Canada. Hopefully in Chicago at the end of April. Cool. I hope it goes. Hey, yeah, you're saying hi to Radri. Have you got any children? Have I got any children? Yes, of course I have a child. Blake. I have a daughter. She is asleep and it's wonderful. I mean, it's wonderful. Yes, it is wonderful she's asleep. But it is also wonderful, you know, to have a daughter. Given the number of horny artists I know, Turning Red is their origin story. Isn't it? I watched the making of it too, like the little documentary that they did with it. You know, it's kind of good to... I've been watching those more because it kind of... I mean, obviously it's a very curated look at what it was like to make that movie. I'm sure that there was a lot of like, fuck you, and throwing shit at each other. That's what it was like when I made my movie. This is where I plug that, so make sure you go on my YouTube channel and watch Drowning in Sunshine. It's the Marmite of series. You're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. All right, that's what I've noticed with it. So I'm hoeing that out right now. Go. The second episode is up. So yeah, second episode up on my channel. Give it a click and leave it playing in the background. You can mute it and then just make sure to give it a like and give it a comment. There's no comments on it right now. Anyway, back to this. What was we talking about? Turning Red, yeah. It sounds crazy, like the entry point to the market around me. It's in the 60s here in North California during the days, high 30s at night. Yeah, exactly. It's weird like that. Wow, that is an abundant amount of land. I know, the house. I really want this house. It hasn't sold yet. It's even dropped. The price has dropped by over half. It was set at $2 million originally, and now it's at a little less than 1.2, and they just dropped it again recently. And I'm like, there's going to be some fucking... The thing is that bothers me is it's not going to be bought by, like, a family that just wants to have it. It's going to be bought by some goddamn investment group, which is what happens with a lot of the fucking houses out here. So it's like, oh, we have cash, and da-da-da-da. Yeah, because you're going against a bank or an investment group. Like, you shouldn't be having to compete with that in order to have a house to live in. I sound like a commie bastard. I better stop that. My abuelo would be, like, really pissed. But if you buy an income property at the same time, that would ideally cost less than a single home. I have an income property already. The reason is that me and Basti do not make enough money to get a mortgage of that size. That's the problem. Is that, like, I would need to show that I make at least $200,000 a year, and I'm nowhere near that right now. All right? Just so you know, that's my secret. I don't make $200,000 a year. God damn, I wish it did. Actually, I wish I made a little more than that. All right, let's see. But I was joking. You're in a room full of toys with Mom on your cheek. Yes, sorry. I can't get sarcasm from text, obviously. So, yes, I know. No, this is my little playhouse. Blake's clothes. Yeah, that's right. It's this moment. I love this mom. I love Chili. She's a great mom. I can really like stand behind the parents of Bluey. They're parents we all strive to be. Um, let's see. Once the tenant factor is on point, it's very interesting so far. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Nightmare. We love it when you hoe things out. Love it, funny. Multi-generational homes. Oh, yes. I have been looking into multi-generational homes, but they're called like multi-unit properties. I mean, there are places that have ADUs. Sorry, I'm going to get into real estate right now. So you get your regular house, if you don't know this, and then an ADU has been, they let them be built a lot easier now in Los Angeles because of the lack of housing, which means it's like basically a mother-in-law suite, and I totally prefer to have a house with that. Because eventually I know I will have to take care of my my aging father. And I would like him to be close to me, but I also know that both of us don't want us on each other's ass all the time, so I would love to have one of those. But a multi-unit apartment, for example, you buy one and then you like live in it, and you buy the like let's say four apartments or something, and you live in one and then you rent out the other three, or you live in two and you rent out the other two. That's fine, except that Los Angeles one has super fucking crazy strong tenancy laws, because it's really hard to get rid of anybody if they're a pain in the ass. So, and two, the mortgage rates for those type of properties is higher than if it was just like a family home. I found this out recently because I talked to somebody on the phone that couldn't stop. You know, you give your phone number out to one goddamn like website where you're like, yeah, I would be interested in some mortgage quotes. Oh no, I'm not, because I get nothing but nonstop calls for freaking like I get like 6 of these calls a day. Ah! And one of them I finally decided to pick up. Because I don't know why, and just I talked to them because I wanted to know, and so this is what I'm giving to you. I'm gonna be like one of those people, like one of those like have you seen those goddamn like financial advice channels on YouTube? Oh, I say this as I do watch crypto channels because I follow crypto and I'm not very good at it, but I do follow. Thanks for stopping by, Raydree. Let's see. I expect to be in real estate maybe the end of this year if the right deal opens up. Cool. I hope it goes well. I used to watch these your videos 10 years ago, so this is new to me. There is a real draw for me to build at least one of those. I'm thinking 4-generational home. Yeah, I mean, I like those type of things too. Like in Germany, they're huge and they're very like practical and they're cool looking. Like my Basti's mother, she doesn't live there anymore. She used to live in what was a multi-generational house. It was the bottom, there's the basement that just had like all the utilities, and like the washing machine and all that stuff and all the kind of crazy crap down there. Then she lived, her father, who built the house originally, oh my god, the nicest man I've ever met. He lived at the ground floor, well, the lower floor. Then above that lived Robin, which is Basti's brother. And then above that was Basti's mom. And then she made another place which also has like about 4 different apartments on it. So, needless to say, yeah, I thought they were really cool. Like the way they set it up is really nice. And Germany's just pretty in general. I did like it a lot. I have a good friend in the remortgage arena, also engaged and invested in real estate. And I know who to call for solar and... Oh my god, solar panel. Basti's obsessed with solar panels right now. I'll tell you something funny that happened. Basti recently bought, and I haven't done any videos with it yet because I just haven't been into that much. So me and Basti, for a while now, we're thinking of getting a second car because it would just like add a lot of flexibility to our lives so that, you know, mostly like one of us will take the car, the other one's stuck at home. It's kind of boring. And so we're like, okay, let's expand upon ourselves and get a second car. But if anyone's been paying attention to anything economical right now, you know that buying a second car or any used car right now is ridiculous. It's like insane. So first we really wanted a four-door pickup truck. Like that was kind of what we really were aiming for. But pickup trucks in particular, I don't know what the hell's going on, but they really, really, really are keeping super high in price. Like, we made the joke that, like, our car that we bought, like, 3 years ago is worth more now than it was when we bought it. So, it's, like, crazy. But, all of a sudden, in like the weirdest place under RVs is a Dodge Caravan, which is a van that has been like turned into one of these like RV vans. It's like basically a hashtag van life van. So it has like table in the middle that folds down. It becomes like a bed. Then in the back there's like a little kitchen. It has like a 20-gallon water tank. It has a refrigerator, like a mini fridge. It has like Bossy put a hose in the sink so that it converts into a shower. Bossy now bought like one of those mobile water boilers so that we can have hot water. So yeah, he has one of these hashtag van life vans. Bossy bought a hashtag van life van, which we now have. And we bought it for a really good deal. Like, really good deal on it. And we're like, okay, I guess we're going to take the van. But we have come across one major freaking problem, which is we have a garage that's like a lower level garage in our building. The top of the van doesn't fit. It goes through the garage, but there's like a pipe. And so we have to park the van on the street. So, yeah, that's happened. Let's see. Is Jamie Green the solar queen? Same with mine now. This supply shortage is very real, yes. I'm too tired to do anything today also. God, yeah, me too. I'm a fan of those Sprinter vans. I'm a cool van life road trip. Yeah, I'm planning on going, not me, me and husband and Blake are planning a road trip when it gets a little warmer, like maybe in like May. We're going to go up California up until Oregon, and then we're going to come back down. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that because we've never done other places in California, really. I had to drive to San Diego. No, I'm lying. It was San Diego because I had to drive to the border to pick up Basti once. And that was as far as I've made it. I've got a Big Bear. Me and Bus we're probably going to get ourselves a pair of like ski passes in Big Bear in that area because we like skiing. Me and like, oh yeah, we've taken that up. So behind me, if you can see, there's 3 sets of skis. Strangely enough, me and Basti have gotten back into skiing, which is something that like we did a few times when we were in like Germany. But yes, it's suddenly like we just started doing it again, and it came back really easy for me, like riding a bike. Except now I'm better at it because like I have actual strength in my legs because like I said, I've been going to the gym a lot. So yeah, and we have a little pair for Blake. Blake is learning how to ski. So seriously, go check out Solving to the north. It's a German Scandinavian town. I'll check it out because yeah. Anyway, me and Boss really want to check it out. We want to just go up the West Coast. Maybe not exactly, and hit a couple national parks, hit a couple places. Yeah, and really get outside of Southern California. But we could stop at some places. Thank you. Someone asked me about my OnlyFans. Okay, you know what? That's on me that I didn't put anything up. I've taken pictures. I just haven't put anything up. I'll put up the page itself like soon. I've gotten that question a lot lately, so that's why I've answered. I will. Like I said, I've been hitting the gym a lot for that very purpose, and now I just ate a big ass bowl of spaghetti. I should have been fasting, so that I wouldn't look so podgy. It's the little pooch is slowly descending downwards, which is good. But like I said, I ruined it because I just ate a bowl of spaghetti, and I totally ate Little Caesars breadsticks today. I was bad. That was my bad thing of the week. I've been pretty good. So, I remember what happened and grateful that your skill level has increased. Thank you. Let's see. Sorry, I have a message. I either need Korean barbecue or rusty barbecue. Oh my God, Korean barbecue. Sorry, I was just getting a message from my writing partners because like our writing mentor is like, do you want to meet in the real world or virtually? We want to meet in the real world, but schedules and all that. But hopefully, like we were talking about, we either want to do Korean barbecue or we want to do one of the writers. He is like not a lie, has the greatest barbecue I've ever eaten in my life. Like I don't know what it is about this man. Maybe it's because he was raised in the backwoods of Tennessee in a place with no paved roads. He said that, not me. Even though he is not by any means like, I mean, yes, he's kind of rednecky, but he is very sweet. Um, Greatest barbecue I've ever eaten. I don't know what ancient hillbilly recipe that was they have in that family, but oh my god. And apparently I heard that the whole family has that. Do you still have a pet dog? Oh, my dog. You can tell by my reaction. Alright, so I'm going to tell you the tale of Cashew. I did see Cashew not that long ago, because Cashew is currently living with my mother. And before anyone feels bad about it, she is loved. If anything, she's gotten kind of fat, because these people always feed her, like, oh, here's some chicken. But she is loved. She is cared for. I miss her every day. But long story short, I forgot what idiot on YouTube, I forgot what piece of garbage, but one of these people were like, my dog snapped at our baby, so, we did this nice photo shoot before I decided to put my dog down. And I'm like, no, what are you doing, you crazy person? Because the reason I bring that up is that we did have an incident when Blake was about 6 months old, maybe 7, no, a little older than that. She just had learned to crawl. Literally had just learned to crawl, and the first thing she does is kind of make a big grab for Cashew, and Cashew didn't react well, and she got kind of snappy, and she snapped at Blake. And when, she did bite her, but when I say she bit her, the bite was, I've gotten larger paper cuts. But it still sucked, and I had to take Blake to the doctor to get her some antibiotic, because dog bites can get bad. And I was, horrified, I didn't know what to do, and I was like, and, as many issues as I sometimes have with members of my family, they did step up. My mom, my stepdad, my brother, they all were especially, well, my mom, my stepdad, it's their house. They took Cashew, and they're like, no, you know what? We're going to take Cashew for a little while until Blake is old enough to handle pets. Well, let me tell you, Blake is now 3.5. All right? So it's been 3 years that I don't have my freaking dog. I visit often, though. And every time I go to Miami, including this last visit, I said, hey, maybe it's time I take Cashew home. I'm never getting my dog back, is what I'll say. Because my mom and my stepdad, they have fallen in love with my dog, and they're not giving her up. Every time I bring it up, they're like, I don't think Blake's ready yet. I just don't feel like, me, I just don't want an incident. I just don't want an incident. And then they're like, plus you travel all the time. But then they'll guilt me about my dog too. They're like, your fat dog did blah, blah, blah. Or your dog is shedding like crazy. And I'm like, okay, fine. I pay for the vet bills still. I pay for her to get groomed. I always check on her. I love my dog. I'll put it this way. My mom called me after my trip to Disney World. And she goes to me, I have bad news for you, and you're going to be upset. And my first words to my mom was like, what's happened to my dog? And she's like, your dog is fine. And then she mentioned that our cousin had passed away. But I was like, that was my first thought. So, yes, that's what's happened to Cashew. She's perfectly fine. She's always so happy to see us. I miss her all the time. I'm always kissing her when I see her, and I want to take her home. We don't have a backyard, that's true, so my mom does guilt me about that. But Cashew lives a happy life. I can assure you, I talk to that dog almost every day. I'm not, literally, they put her on the phone with me. So, I do talk to my dog. So, let's see. Barbecue is heavenly. Korean barbecue. Oh my god, yes. Those dogs are way too damn cute for their own good. Oh my god, yes. She is cute. Oh, she's so cute. Also in the Bay Area, there's a grocery chain called 99 Ranch. 99 Ranch exists here. It also exists in LA. I've been to 99 Ranch. And I've also been, my favorite of all the Asian stores is H Mart, which is like a Korean store, and they have some good stuff. Yeah, me and Basti, I think, have hit up like a lot of the Asian food stores because we got into an Asian craze for a while, and we have a lot of stuff to like cook Asian food. They have dozens of types of Korean barbecue. Oh man, I just love it. I love we exclusively eat Asian food is what I realized. Because me and Basti don't go out to eat too often. We go maybe once a week because one, financially, we don't want to spend too much. And two, it's more healthy to eat at home. So I can cook everything fairly well, except for Asian food. Not that I don't do good Asian food, I can, but I'm a fucking Cuban. It won't get that same authenticity if I make it, alright? It's just impossible. The gods won't let it be so. So usually when we go out to eat, we either eat sushi, Korean barbecue, or like shabu shabu. Like hot pot. I am like a hot pot fanatic, and it's really good, man. In Toronto, there aren't as many Korean groceries near me, but there is a few H Marts. Yeah, H Marts. I think they're picking up. I have their card. I have an H Mart card, so there you go. I okay. So the weird thing that I eat that everybody else finds like super gross, but I think is amazing, which I learned to eat in Japan. There's a few, but actually, I got Basti eating it too. He loves it. It's beef tongue. I don't know why. And I only like it in the Korean style. No. I like it in tacos too. I love beef tongue. I think it's delicious. It's the funding that can be missing, but working on that. Yeah, funding anything can be a nightmare. I've learned that so hard. Because after I'm done whoring out Drowning in Sunshine, which, here's the thing. For all the money I spent, I had no money for freaking marketing. So I just let it to the wind, and, it's a project that it's dear to my heart. But I know it has its flaws. Like, not to say that my next project won't have flaws, because it definitely will. But the next project I'm doing, which is Lemon Drop, which is a motion comic, which I'm going to release on here. That one I have an actual marketing budget for, a marketing plan. So that one I'm going to give a bit more care to trying to launch that. It's really, 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 really hard to launch anything on YouTube. YouTube just isn't really friendly to like narrative content. And that's not me being like, oh, YouTube hates it. It just means you suck. No. It just is what it is. YouTube is good for like podcasts. It's good for podcasts basically. It's good for you to sit there and vlog where you don't need to do anything too insanely impressive. And it's good for long, like I said, video essays. It's also very good for YouTube. It has a thing that it wants to promote, and TikTok is oh my god, TikTok is insane. TikTok is the most insane shit I've ever seen in my life. And you know what? Like the true bad parent I am, Blake loves TikTok. Sorry about the creaky chair. It's comfy though. You were the cutest cabbage I have ever seen. Oh, thank you. You know what? My hair getting like this kind of reminds me of my character from XD Junction. XD Junction, if you don't know. Oh, thank you, Julian. Hi, Caffine. When is episode 3 coming out? Episode 3 is coming out probably tomorrow. I think I'll let it out tomorrow. I have them all done. I can whenever I feel like it, really. So yeah, probably tomorrow night I'll have episode 3 out. There's 7 episodes total, just so you know. Yeah, so yeah, tomorrow. I'm glad people are watching it. I do appreciate that. You know what I also appreciate is if you like go to IMDb and, I'm not asking you for a perfect 10, but right now it's sitting in not a great spot. But it is higher than Shane Dawson's movie. So, like, that's what I'll say about my score. I'm like, yes, it's not as bad as Shane Dawson's movie. But it's not great. On Amazon, it was actually okay. It had like 3 stars, which for me was pretty good. I know it's like 3 stars, but I was like, dude, all the reviews were either I hated it 1 star or 5 stars. I think it was weird and strange, but I loved it. So I was like, cool, that's good. I'm happy with that. Because I've seen some that like people just like hate. But yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so hoeing out projects on here. Like I said, narrative stuff is just, it's like you have to put more effort into marketing if you're gonna do narrative stuff. And it's not to say indie stuff doesn't make it, because it does. But I'm in a weird place because there aren't a lot of places to publish motion comics. There's places to publish like indie comics, like just read them. But I wanted to do something a little special. I have so many actor friends that I got them on board. You could also do audio plays are easier to publish. You could do those in like Apple, and I will also make it into an audio play, but I feel like its best format is in freaking visual, because like I said, I learned with a camera first, and that's why I want to do that. Lol, a girl in high school acted like Lizzie. I came home from school one day and she talked her way past my mom and into my room. She scattered crystals, charms, little... so I can relate to having a wacky stalker chick. Okay, I'm glad you can. Yeah. I... I based... There's a character, I'll tell you, there aren't... Unless you're DC or Marvel. Exactly. It's just like... Maybe Image Comics. Do they still exist? Does Dark Horse still exist? God, how long has it been? But yeah, it's just there are indie things that take off, but they really want you to build your own audience. Your own IP has to kind of already be there. So, I'm trying. It's hard. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate anyone who's watching it. I don't want anyone to watch it if they absolutely hate it, though. If you're like, oh, God, Bree will do it. No, you don't need to do that. I mean, you don't have to, please. But if you enjoy it, I do appreciate it. It's, yeah, well, I based, a couple of the stories are, like, things that happen, and a lot of the jokes, particularly the jokes that, like, the character of David does, they're literally directly from my father. Like, I have to say that, like, a lot of the things, like, my father is, like, a really pervy guy. Like, I love, obviously, my dad, but he's such a horn dog. Like, he is so, like, we have a really open relationship, so he'll just tell me when he, like, sees some woman pass by, and he's like, oh, my God, I fucked the shit out of her. Like, he says this to me, and I'm like, Dad! That's my father. So, I got some stuff from him. And then the character of the UKBA agent, he does have a name that's going to be mentioned soon. Ollie is his name. Ollie, the UKBA agent, the border agent. I wrote that entire character based off the fucking one time I got stopped in the border of the UK and this lady was being the biggest psycho bitch to me ever. And she didn't believe a word I goddamn said and she mistranslated everything. So I made an entire character and a whole goddamn show based on this one experience. Except I made it into a man. Dark Horse is still around, thankfully. Okay. I love David. Reminds me of a few people I know. I know. He reminds me of a few people I know, too. But the names Jack and David actually came from 2 students of mine from Japan. So there you go. There's a little insight for you guys. Yeah, Jack and David were the names of 2 students I had. One was Jack, and he was super smart. And his BFF was David, who was, let's just say... I wouldn't say he wasn't as bright. Let's just say he couldn't pay attention as much as Jack. So David was a little less... he was a little more all over the place. And I had his parents, I remember, once come up to me, and his grandmother, like, was apologizing for having such a naughty boy in my class. And I was like, no, don't say that. Like, kids... I don't know. I don't really think kids can be, like, naughty or nice. It's more like, you know, they are who they are, and it's hard... How the hell do you expect a freaking... I have a 3.5-year-old, and now I realize how crazy it was that I corralled a bunch of these kids that are almost the same age as my daughter into, like, you know... Oh, my God, yeah. Like, now that I think about that, like, whoa, I'm blowing my own freaking mind here. Like, what the hell? I taught that age. And I was like, I managed it. Now I only have one in front of me, and I'm like, ugh, I'm so tired. Why? I'm trying to get Blake just to say please, and it's been a freaking hassle. She's a demanding child, man, with a very robust set of lungs. My kid knows how to, like yell, but she's also very sweet. So here's, like, the weird conundrum. Me and Basti make a joke about this. And I told this to my mom. I go, Blake can be so kind and loving and also so demanding all at once. Like, I'm laying in the bed and I'm a little thirsty and I was, like, thinking I was going to go get myself a bottle of water. And I was like, I think I'm thirsty. I think I'll get a water. And Blake comes up to me in the sweetest little face and she's like, oh, Mommy, you're thirsty? You want some water? And I go, yeah, honey, I'm going to get some water. And she goes, no, Mommy, it's okay. And she goes to the doorway. And in her, like, most angriest, demanding voice, she goes, Daddy! Daddy! Get Mommy water! Get Mommy water! And I'm like, damn, Blake, what the hell are you doing? I don't know. It was funny. I laughed. Stabby until the court-martial. Yes. I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad you're watching it. I do appreciate that. there's the other joke is in the second episode, the little itty bitty shorts I'm wearing in the episode belong to my dad. That's the other thing. My dad used to be like a gym nut, and he's from like, he had his clothes from the goddamn 80s still. So my dad in his 80s freaking like little tiny ass biker shorts, and so I was like, damn, I need some shorts. And so as I was like, just going through all my dad's shit, I'm like, Dad, I'm gonna borrow these shorts. And so those little itty bitty shorts that I have on belong to my father. I wanted to make a YouTube video with my dad when I saw him. We went to Disney World together, and surprisingly had a great time. Like, I watch a lot of YouTube videos about why Disney World is the fucking worst now, and it is crazy expensive. That's 100% true. They try to nickel and dime you for freaking everything. Oh my god. But, I'm still technically a Florida resident, so I did that. But I had actually a really, really nice time and me and my father hadn't gone on a trip in so many years, like, together. So it was just, like, nice to hang with my dad. Me and my dad get along really well. Like, we just have, like, a really, really good relationship. Which is weird. Like, every time, people have so many daddy thing problems. Like, me and my mom also had, like, a nice time, surprisingly. No, not surprisingly. But it was just, like, we had, like, some good heart-to-hearts, which it's really hard for us to do because, Latin women, we just do not share our feelings. No, we not really. That's why I do this. So, yeah, my mother and I had some nice, like, just time to talk to each other, and it was good. But, like, yeah, me and my dad are, like, super tight, and he's hilarious, and he says gross, horrible, hilarious shit all the fucking time. And I think that's, made me, like, it is the way I am. Like, people ask me, like, I remember growing up as a teenager, and people say to me that I talk like a dude. Like, you used to be like a man. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because when I was talking about my own tits, and to the word tits, I was like, oh yeah, I was describing somebody's girlfriend. I was like, that he broke up with. I was like, the one with the big titties? And, like, 'cause she had big titties. Like, and he's like, you talk like a man. I'm like, well, that was her attribute that I remembered her for. All right? Vintage 1980s clothing. Can't beat it, yeah. Haven't seen you for a while. Missed you. Oh, thank you, sir. While you're here, I'm whoring out my freaking show. So, like, go on my channel and watch it. Unless you don't like it, then you don't have to. But, yeah. I realize my title says it's Saturday. It's not fucking Saturday. It's Thursday. Jesus Christ, I better change that. It's Thursday. You dumb wad. Alright. It's Thursday, and I am too tired to leave this chair. I will leave this chair if Blake starts crying, but I think pray to the gods of sleep that she's down for the night. Which is early for her because she went down at like 7 something. She made me buy her a Happy Meal. I mean, admittedly, I was going to buy it anyways for her. Like, I had a freebie. So I went to drive to McDonald's and I picked her up the Happy Meal, but she fell asleep on the car ride back. And it's like literally like down the street. It was literally like, and that was it. She was asleep. I was like, ah. I stuck the thing in the fridge, whatever. I'll like warm up those nuggets in the air fryer, and hopefully they'll be all good. Dude, an air fryer is like the greatest thing ever. It's funny because Basti and I buy a lot of stuff for the kitchen. I'm like one of these people, I love cooking, so I love just having kitchen shit. And I tell Bas, like, I've convinced him to buy a couple things that I've needed. And the last one, which was my Christmas present to myself, was the air fryer. I was like, we need this fucking air fryer, I'm telling you. And anyway, it was the most unromantic Christmas present. Like, because I told him exactly what I wanted. And as we were at Costco, do you buy your spouse's Christmas present, like, right in front of them? Because I know people who do. But, like, Bossy totally does. He, like, doesn't care. He's like, do. He's like, oh, is this what you like, honey? Like, he literally, like, points it out because it was in Costco. Like, one of the places had it. And, is this one good? And I just, like, look at the box, and I'm like, yeah, I think this one's fine. And he doesn't, like, okay, I'll come back later, and I'll get it in a wrap it for you. No. He just, like, sticks the shit right in the cart. Like, I'm like, okay, babe. Thank you for your Christmas present. You know what Bossy got me for Christmas this year, though? We still managed to surprise each other. Like, he didn't know I was getting him, a ukulele because we had to sell his ukulele when we were coming to the States because we had no money. So I bought him a new ukulele because I thought, he liked playing, and it's something that him and Blake can do together. So there you go. I bought a ukulele, and he plays ukulele sometimes with Blake. Like the crazy psycho parent I am, I have put my child into her second or even third extracurricular activity at this point. She's just joined a gymnastics gym. All right? This 3.5-year-old is... But I talked to someone who used to teach gymnastics, and I remember talking to him, and he's like, oh, yeah, gymnastics is absolutely fantastic for your kid. Yeah, they'll learn how to fall. It'll be great. So long as you don't put them on the Olympic track, you don't want to do that. And I was like, oh, God. Not that I had planned on it. The way I feel about things like that, and the same thing with, like, acting, because we're in LA, it's like, any kind of artistic talent or anything that Blake wants to do is like, I will support her if she wants to do it. But I'm not going to be one of these parents who's like, you must succeed for me, for the honor of our clan. No. I'm not doing that to my child. You have to keep it secret. The surprise is half the fun. Do you happen to have an easel? I don't have an easel, but today I actually finally bought myself some acrylic paint. So I was like, oh, paint! Like, I saw it today. Like, I got that, and I also bought myself some markers is all I'll say, like some slightly nicer than Crayola markers, because I plan to do a little bit of stuff with them. Like I said, I haven't painted in like 1,000 million years. I got something from Telegram. That means it's from Basti. It's not! No. $1 boneless wings. This is from me and my writing partner and our writing partners and our writing mentor have like this weird inside joke about going to Applebee's. Like, we keep talking about always going to Applebee's. We never end up at Applebee's. So we always send each other the ads from Applebee's for some fucking reason. It's become like our thing. Like, anytime it's like, $1 boneless wings, Applebee's. What the hell is that? Let's see. I'm getting some stuff. Here we go. What did Basti say? Oh, he had a good time with this other man. Who's this sexy guy? Damn, babe. My husband's hanging out with all these fucking hot men. And he's goddamn gay guy catnip. Bastian. On our way back. Okay, that's good. Pigsty. It's on Reddit. I definitely find it to be, like, I watch people who read Reddit stories on YouTube, and for a hot minute I thought to do it because I was like, easy views, but I'm like, God, it seems so soulless, right? How the hell did that become a thing? But I also enjoy it because I'm lazy and I don't feel like just pulling up Reddit. I like just someone to curate the story for me. Yes, go ahead, read it along as I, cook breakfast or lunch or possibly even dinner. All right? Let's see. The stage mom, yeah. On one Valentine's Day, I bought my ex a vacuum cleaner. She thought it was the most romantic gift ever. You know what? I bought my mother a miniature vacuum cleaner, which she totally has used now. Not that that isn't as romantic. But yeah, no, me and Basti even says it because he's so fucking German, right? He's like, I do not need romantic gifts. Give me something I can use. And in our weird twist of fate, I'll tell you this is the one thing Basti, back when Warren was in our, like, weird little fucking weird trio, he told me once this, and this was the only time, like, he ever gave, like, Warren much of a compliment. Well, no, he gave him a couple compliments, but he goes, Warren is the best at buying gifts. He knows exactly what to get everyone. And I'll admit that motherfucker did have a really good ability to just get gifts. All right? I don't know why. He just was very good about buying something that seemed very special and useful at the same time and not expensive. So, let's see. You must adapt to it in order to survive. You must adapt to in order to survive in order to future shock trading. A rough trading song. That's good. How hot? How hot is what? See, I've missed it too much. My writers group up here has similar banter. As long as you understand that. I don't understand anything you said, Rob. In at least the last couple sentences. Hello from England. Hello, James. I do kind of miss the UK sometimes. But only sometimes. But then I come outside and it's like beautiful sunshine, just like. I'm like, yeah, no, it's fine. I'll be fine in LA. I miss my house, but it is making me money. That's my problem. Like, I could sell my house and then buy a house here, I suppose. But then I wouldn't get, like, one, I'd lose my house, which I love. And two, the house, gives income. So, just am not ready for that yet. I guess it's filled with equity. But, I cannot mortgage against the house to buy another house. Because it's in England. Fuck. Oh, God. Still has some. What the hell is this? This son of a bitch! Nice. Oh, I could kill him! I'm gonna kill that man! What the? No, this was not for you! Oh! I just saw this in the garbage can. And no, it doesn't matter to any of you guys, but what you don't know is that I bought this at Whole Foods for myself as an emergency drink, and I was like, oh, this is nice probiotic soda. I'd love to try it. But now I find it fucking empty and drank. Like all those Reese's cups that keep disappearing from the freezer. And the Basti pretends he doesn't fucking eat chocolate. No, it's too unhealthy. Yeah, right. Ugh. Son of a bitch. Well, I have to go to Whole Foods anyway tomorrow. Fucker. 200. Thank you, Rob. I'm glad you understand. But, God damn it. Admittedly, I say that as I seem grumpy, but I am a hypocrite because 2 days ago, no, day before yesterday, Blake comes with a pack of Peeps. Marshmallow Peeps. And if you don't know this, I love Marshmallow Peeps. I've loved them since I was a kid. I don't care how sugary and sweet they are. I fucking love Marshmallow Peeps. All right, I do. And Blake brings a whole, like, pack of them for me. And she goes, here, Mommy, some for you and some for me so we can share. And I was like, yeah, okay, let's share. So I eat a couple. Then she eats like one or two. Then I eat a couple more. Then I eat a couple more. Then I eat a couple more. And then Blake wakes up and she tells me she wants Peeps. And I was like, fuck. I ate the Peeps like a garbage human. Why did I do that? You ate your child's fucking candy. Who does that? So, I did. So, maybe that's the reason why today I bought her so many, like, she got away with a lot of, like, toys and candy today. Hell having to prove you like a woman scorned. Glad you changed that title. Find better hiding places for stuff. I'm just a natural born squirrel. I do know what those are. Oh, lol. Put those peas on your OnlyFans Amazon wish list. Peeps, yeah, I know. I should put the Peeps up. But we bought more Peeps today. I can't eat anymore though. I've reached my caloric intake. I guess the ceiling of it today. I'm trying to be good, but it feels so good to be bad. I love bread. That's why I would look great. Yeah, the people always. This is my problem with diets because everybody's like, all the diets are exactly the same. High protein, low carb. High protein, low carb. High protein, low. I love carbs. All right, what the fuck? I cannot not eat carbs. Is that your answer? Don't eat carbs? Like, no, I'm not gonna give up carbs. All right, like unless I really had to, like for diabetic reasons or something like that. No, I'm not giving up carbs. All right, I love fucking carbs. All right. Like, who wants to live a life without carbs? I don't want that. I want chocolate cake. I'm not saying I need it all the time. And I can have some carb-free days. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, here and there, I'm trying to do a couple, like, carb-free days. But, I've become a total psychopath. And I am trying to cut back on my sugar intake. Because, man, like, I am a fucking sugar fiend. Too much. Get all the bizarre flavors of Peeps. Prepper when it comes to snacks and candy. Do they make bacon Peeps? Oh my god, that sounds great. I don't know. I've not seen those. No one does for carbs, even me. Yeah, carbs are fucking great. Like, I exercise, and I'm keeping, like I said, I'm trying to limit my caloric intake, because I know I'm 5'1", so I'm not exactly supposed to be eating, like, shit tons of stuff. Oh my god, non-bread. I have some in the fucking fridge. I haven't even taken it out. I didn't even eat it this week. I have to see when it goes bad. Yeah, like, if I could just, like, give up that, then yeah, I'd look like Basti. Basti looks great. He has a fucking epic six-pack, and, of course, he plays, like, he's not only a health nut who secretly eats chocolate at night, but no, only sometimes. He is pretty, like, healthy. I'm not gonna pretend he's not. But he also plays, like, shit tons of tennis. So, duh. Actually, we do not need so many carbs. I know, but I love carbs. Trust me, I don't exactly want, like, I just, like, enjoy, like, bread and shit like that. Like, when I go to Miami, especially, because I'll, like, hit up the true Cuban bakeries. Like, here in LA, all you got is Porto's, which is okay. Like, it's an okay fix if you really need it, but, like, I don't really trust a place where they call a pastelito de carne a meat pie. Now, admittedly, it looks very much like a meat pie, but it is not a meat pie. It is a pastelito de carne, okay? Weird. And they call a pastelito de guayaba, or guava pastelito, a guava strudel. Yes, it is very much similar to a strudel, but it is not a strudel. It's a pastelito. Anyway, yeah, so, and Cubans and their sweets, oh my god. So good. Yeah, look, I get it. Like, I just, like, enjoy, like, food is one of my great pleasures. All right, it's definitely, like, one of the things I really, really, really just, like, enjoy in life. I just try to keep as healthy as I can. The thing is, I'm fairly lucky in the fact that I love, like, vegetables. Like, oh my god, I love salad. Like, I could just eat salad, and like, I eat a wide range of foods, so it's not like I only can eat, like, the worst crap. And my body will, like, reject eating large amounts of, like, fast food fairly quickly. I will feel sick as a fucking dog, like, as badly as if I would have been drinking. I get, like, food hangovers, so. Epic sourdough. Oh, I do love sourdough. I have some sourdough English muffins in the fridge. Yes, rice, pasta, and bread. Like, it's just hard, man. Like, getting off the carbs is hard. Anyways, one more pouring out my series, so please make sure to watch Drowning in Sunshine, which is on my channel. So I am going to leave you guys because it's been on for about an hour. But I appreciate you guys coming out and watching the stream. And, it's good just to talk to people because I don't leave my house enough. All right, guys. Everybody take care. Yeah, no Cuban bread. Yeah, I know. If you make a Cuban sandwich with fucking French bread, I'm gonna smack you in the mouth, alright? Just so we know. I will view Hoot slightly buzzed. Love the food, I'm almost a hobbit, yeah. Wait, that makes no sense. I always loved black beans and rice. Oh man, black beans and rice. My grandmother made the best black beans and rice, man. I know everybody says their grandmother does, but mine really did. Alright. Gentle people, enjoy your evening. And thank you